We're going to go to the defensive side of the ball. This one I struggle with greatly. I've got for you Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa, and TJ Watt. One of those guys has got to go.
We kind of talked about this when we did Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
We did.
I took Garrett, though, so I'm in the... And then by the time I picked again, Bosa and TJ Watt were off the board. So, Blaiden, you were the one who picked Donald and Bosa above TJ Watt. So I got to assume.
My justification in taking... That was for Defensive Player of the Year, right? And, like, how many guys have ever won Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back?
Ooh,
right?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
So it's like... I don't feel comfortable picking TJ Watt to win it when there's other guys who I think are still hungry for it. It's not even due. It's just like when you have
TJ Watt's not hungry if he doesn't want to win.
He's not hungry.
Well, it's not that he's not.
Full.
It's not that
he's full. He's satisfied.
I just think that a guy like Nick Bosa could be hungrier, or Micah Parsons could be hungrier. They're like, man, I was this close.
Donald won it twice in a row. JJ Watt won it twice in a row, 2014 to 2015. Okay. Donald 2017 to 2018.
I guess in theory, Watt could. And I would say Watt is like him and 1A, 1B. Him and Myles Garrett are the two best edge rushers in the NFL right now. But like Micah Parsons, man. He is damn good. I might go. I'm not gonna. I don't want to project too high. I think I'm gonna go TJ Watt, number one. Right. I'm gonna keep TJ Watt. I'll trade Micah Parsons and cut Nick Bosa. I feel like that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. But I think that's what I would do. I think Micah Parsons, because I'm building my top 100. I keep mentioning that. And one thing I keep coming back to is Micah Parsons. I'm like, oh my God, he was asked to do so much more than every other linebacker in the NFL last year. Like no other linebacker was asked to stop the run, rush the passer, and cover all at the rate that he was. Like it was like an even 1/3 split of each. And no other linebacker was asked to do all of that. Other than I think like maybe Kyle Van Noy might have been close.
Oh, yeah.
But Kyle Van Noy is not nearly the level of player that Micah Parsons is. For him to like be super successful at basically everything is virtually unheard of. So I want to like have him around. So start like, or I guess keep TJ. Whatever we're calling this. Number one's TJ Watt. Number two is Micah Parsons. Number three is Nick Bosa.
All right, I can respect that. I respect all of these answers. So,
what's an answer I could give right here that you wouldn't respect?
If you
there's none. There's none. I think I'd be concerned for your health if you cut TJ Watt just because Steelers fans would come and kill you. But I wouldn't exactly disrespect
he has led the league in sacks 2 years in a row. That'd be rough.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
this one's killing me, man. I might have to go Watt, Parsons, Bosa. But with Parsons, you're almost projecting a little bit with him. That's where it's like, he was so good last year. And what if he was even way better?
Right.
But here's the thing. Even if he wasn't way better.
And that's the other thing. Even if he isn't way better, and he could be. And the versatility with him, if you care about that. And I don't know. I'll stick with that.
What was it? So start Watt, bench Parsons, cut Bosa?
I think so, yeah.
So the same as me.
But I really like Bosa. I think
that's the thing. It hurts me to do that because, like,
I feel like I'm high on Bosa is the thing, and it doesn't matter here. Maybe.
Well, okay. This one I've soft. What did I say? I was going to soft launch my Nick Bosa best edge in the league take.
You're not. Steelers fans, get ready.
Well, I might start Bosa, bench Watt.
I don't think that's a bad take at all.
Cut Parsons. Because here's my logic. Look, Bosa is Watt is incredible, obviously, and his motor runs so hot, and he can bend, and his ghost technique wins so much. But I think that Bosa's got a little bit more power to him, and he can even win quicker than Watt can on average. Like he just can blow up plays so instantly. If you go back and watch, look it up, every TJ Watt sack from this season, so many of them are high effort plays, and he tracks the quarterback all the way around the backfield, and he chases him down, and he sacks him. But it's also partially, I think, like a coverage sack a little bit. And I think that he relies a little, just a hair more on that than TJ Watt does, who will, or not TJ Watt, Nick Bosa will, because Bosa's got the body and the bend, and he also just has this mind-bending power to him, where I think that Watt doesn't quite have that ability. I'd be really interested to see the amount of sacks Watt had in a certain amount of seconds, like 0 to 1 seconds after the snap of the football, where all those sacks or where all those pressures were. I would be really, because maybe I'm completely wrong, but from what I've seen, I think Bosa is a little better at getting there quicker, but maybe I'm just totally off base on that. Also led the league in, I think, tackles for loss, and was double teamed at the highest rate with no one else to really take chip help or things like that. So I'm starting Bosa. I think Watt is second, and then Parsons is the guy and I love Parsons, and I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So it's tough, but
it is tough.
He is a little bit more, he's an off-ball linebacker. He's not an edge rusher in that defense. He only primarily started 4 games at edge, which I think is, if we're talking positional value, I'd rather have an edge rusher than an off-ball linebacker. He has been very good in coverage, or he's been fine in coverage so far, but he hasn't really been targeted a whole lot. He hasn't been asked to do it a whole lot. He hasn't been he's not Fred Warner or anything back there. So it's the more time he spends at off-ball linebacker, I'd like to see him really blossom into an elite coverage linebacker before I'm taking him over these guys who I know are known commodities at what they do at edge. So, or more known commodities. So it pains me, because I think all 3 of these guys are fantastic, but that's the order I'm going with. But maybe I'm completely crazy.
Yeah, I think Micah Parsons could watch some Eric Kendricks or Levante David tape and learn a thing or two.
Warner. He's crazy though. He could very well be the best of these 3. I don't know.